Today we're going to be looking at inverse proportion. Now you've already looked at direct proportion. Inverse proportion is the opposite. So when one quantity increases, the other decreases. And the two quantities are said to be either inversely proportional, or sometimes you'll hear the term indirectly proportional. So they do affect one another. One variable has an effect on the other one, but it's in the opposite direction. Let's do an example. Okay, example 1. It takes 3 workers 8 hours to build a wall. How long will it take 4 people? If there are more people, we would expect it to take them less time, because there are more people sharing the load. For this type of example, the easiest thing to do is to work out how many hours for one person, we call that the number of man hours, and distribute that between the 4 people. So I'm going to use a small table to help me with this. So it takes 3 workers 8 hours. So the first thing I'm going to work out is how long it would take one person. One person would take a lot longer. In fact, they would take 3 times as long. So that's 24 hours it would take one person. So we've got 24 man hours. If I've got 4 people, what do you think I need to do to work out how long it will take for 4 people? Yep, I'm going to divide by 4. Which means if there were 4 people, it would take 6 hours. I'm just going to check that kind of makes sense by looking again at the question. For 3 people it takes 8 hours. So for 4 people it's taken slightly less time. And that's right, isn't it? Because I've got more people. Good. Okay, we've got a second example which is similar. It takes 10 workers 12 months to build a house. How long should it take for 8 people? Now obviously when we're doing this type of calculation we are making some assumptions. In this case we're assuming that every person does the same amount of work. We know that's not really true, but it's an estimate and we're assuming these conditions at the moment. So we have 10 workers. Takes 12 months. Now I could work out how long it takes for 1, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So 1 worker, if it takes 10 workers 12 months, it's going to take 1 worker 10 times as long. So I'm going to get 120 months. Oops. And then I actually want to work out 8. So I'm going to be dividing that 120 by the 8 people. And I'll get 15 months. And again, I'm just going to do a kind of quick sanity check and see that it does make sense. I had 10 people, it took 12 months. I've now got 8 people, so I've got less people. So I expect it to take slightly longer because I've not got as many hands to help. So 15 months, yes, it's taken a little bit longer. Now when we're doing it today, we are always going to work out 1 and then we're going to use that to work out the number we're looking for. In this particular case, I could have chosen to work out how much time it would take for 2 workers. We're not going to be doing that today, but you might want to have a think about how that would work and if it would be a slightly easier calculation. Okay, that's 2 examples for today. I'm going to ask you now to do an exercise from your textbook. And that's going to be page 72, exercise 8b.